the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Detroit Pistons. Looking at the Pistons, they've only come out in front in one of their first 3 games so far, so a win tonight will be important to them, to be at 500 instead of 3 games under. And already the grind of the new season starting to show. Shaq, how do you stay fresh for the long haul, both as a player and as just a massive individual?
Veteran guys, you got to know how to pace yourself. And minute restrictions, it really has become a bigger part of the game.
Yeah, I agree. So, injury histories always taken into account now. This is why you have to develop depth.
How do you stay fresh for the long haul?
Oh, man, I have this drink I put together.
Oh, really? What is it?
Oh, yeah. It's a little, I take tomatoes, right? And I squish them up, and it gets real like tomato sauce.
Uh-huh.
And I put that in. And then I take kale salad. I put that in.
What are you making, spaghetti?
I put ginger in it.
Yeah.
Put that in. I put a little cayenne pepper in. A little bell pepper.
Sounds disgusting.
Ernie, he's making lasagna over there.
Sounds disgusting.
Can I get some of your lasagna?
Oh, man, it's the pepper. It makes you pep up.
Yeah, that'll do it for us. Thanks for tuning in.
K Sports presents Thursday night of the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. The Detroit Pistons come into this one following a loss, guys, to Philadelphia. And, guys, the hometown fans not pleased with that dreadful performance. They saw their team get knocked out cold.
And their defense practically non-existent in that one. Just gave up far too many easy shots.
Well, the opponents ran some pretty good sets, too. I mean, let's be honest, creating some nice open looks.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Thank you very much. Now, Blake Griffin is new to Detroit, but he feels the blue-collar nature of this city suits him just fine. He said, hard work was instilled in me at a very young age. The very base of my game has always been physical. Guys, back to you.
Well, Detroit is happy to have him, David. Thanks. Chris, you played for 5 different teams, a couple of them multiple times. How long do you think it takes to feel comfortable in a new situation for a player?
I tell you, Kevin, that's such a hard tightrope to play. I remember going to different teams, and you have to understand the culture of the team. You have to understand who their best players are already. You have to understand the style of play, and building trust takes time from both sides. So usually you'll come into a situation and you want to make sure that you're showing that you're a great teammate. So usually in that area, teammates are saying, wait a minute, we brought you over here. We want you to be that guy that we traded for, the guy we just signed or recruited. We were a fan of you. Do the things that you do great. We'll catch up with you. So a lot of it starts with mutual respect, and that means mutual deferment. And then after, while you're both deferring, you're like, wait, we got to win some games. Okay, you be you, I'll be us, and we'll all do it together. And kind of once you get over that kind of fine dance in the beginning, that icebreaker, usually that's when things start rolling.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Love is the 4 with Thompson in the middle. Sexton is out there with Hood, and it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. Now here's Pachulia. Outside Griffin. Cavaliers with the rebound. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, and in that game, we saw a lot of sloppy play from the opposing offense. They coughed the ball up, a lot of unforced turnovers.
And when they kept getting all those gifts, they took advantage. Turnovers don't mean anything unless you turn them into points.
Back to Jackson. First quarter, just over a minute played. Comes up empty down low. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now, here's Sexton. He had 19 points in the win against Brooklyn.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Detroit with the ball. 4-point game. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, as a big fella, that's the thing, Greg. You got to be quick in setting those screens. If you get a little lazy, you get called for it.
Love outside. The dish to Sexton. That shot missing. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Griffin. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
We talk about the work Griffin does in the paint, but don't forget about his mid-range game. He's got a pretty effective jump shot.
Now the pass to Johnson. Over Robinson. And another miss by Cleveland.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
Here's Griffin. He's off on that one. Cavaliers go the other way with it. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
And we'll see what or if anything has changed this year. Maybe it's still a matchup of the haves and have-nots. Or maybe the playing field's a little more even.
Pistons trail by 4. Jackson kicks to Robinson. Back to Jackson. Pachulia with it. Picked up by Thompson. Lets it go with a 3. And Griffin scores. The assist by Pachulia. Griffin's got 5 now.
Like to see that kind of range from Griffin. He's got a nice stroke for such a physical player.
Sexton the pass to Love. Dishes it to Sexton. Here's Thompson. The shot, no good. And it's Detroit the other way. Griffin finds Jackson. Lays it up off the glass. Jackson's got his first bucket of the night.
And this is what you get from Griffin. Very willing to give it up to his open teammates.
Pass to Johnson. Fades. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. The Pistons have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Outside Jackson. From 11 feet away. Great D that time from Hood. Cavaliers leading. And Colin Sexton, when it comes to scoring, the man shows you a little bit of everything.
Loves to drive it, loves to attack inside, improving his consistency from range. But what I love about him is the aggressiveness. This guy is always in attack mode.
Griffin to the paint, outside for Jackson. Robinson against Johnson. 6 to shoot. Here's Galloway. Nice shot from the wing. Cavaliers have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Now, here's Sexton. Defense right on him. Love outside. Three-pointer. The three-pointer is right on target. Love's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pistons trail by 4. Jackson kicks to Robinson. Pistons passing it around. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
An average passer for a big man. Pachulia is good at seeking out his teammates.
Sexton with it. No points in the game yet for him. Love outside. Off target with his 3. Outside Griffin. Down low. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, a crazy year for Dwayne Casey, voted Coach of the Year, but fired by the Raptors after they were swept in the conference semifinals.
Yeah, Kevin, but he lands on his feet in Detroit, and obviously they got a good one. The Raptors steadily improved season after season under his watch. Hopefully the Pistons can do the same.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, his toughness. Pachulia brings on both ends of the court. That's what's important about his game.
And Pachulia drops them both. And the Pistons got off to a hot start last season, 14-6 with some big road wins.
Yeah, but I never really include the first 20 games of the season. I just think that's when everyone getting to know each other, and then when the scouting report comes out for the next 62, that's when things heat up. So I think you take that with a grain of salt, but Reggie Jackson did suffer an ankle sprain, and things started going south right after that. But staying healthy will be critical if they hope to make the playoffs this season. That was all about the assist. Great pass to set up the shot.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Sexton the pass to Hood. Sweet little floater. Hood's got his third basket of the night. So it's the Pistons now. Jackson kicks to Robinson. Pass to Pachulia. Passes it to Griffin. Count it. Good. Griffin's got 7.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
The Cavaliers have gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. C-Web, we're seeing the game evolve. So often the players are the trailblazers, and I'm sure there are guys that you think are changing the game the most.
How many times can you say we've seen something that we've never seen before?
Right.
And to be honest with about
gentlemen,
that.
2
Steph
shots.
Curry, we've
Two
never
shots.
seen that before. He's weaponized the three-pointer more than anyone before, and he's broken his own records. And the great part about it, he plays so balanced. And then you have to look at his teammate. I think at the end of his career, his teammate, Kevin Durant, may be the best offensive player that's entered the NBA. He has that type of skill set because of his height, because of his shooting, his passing and dribbling, and he plays on a team with some willing passers, and he's a 7-footer. So I get excited when I think about those guys. And then again, the ball handling of Kyrie Irving, I think that is changing the game, along with Harden and being able to draw the fouls that he draws as well on that fast break.
Good examples.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Johnson dishes to Griffin. Smith outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bullock kicks to Smith. Over Nance. Smith, no good. Cleveland with the ball. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
Clarkson loves to drive, but he's also improving from distance.
There's the pass to Johnson. Up top, Griffin. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's called on Channing Frye. Blake Griffin, the focal point offensively, but he's not just a scorer. Chris, he's one of the most gifted passers that you'll see among NBA big men.
I mean, one of the top assist men in the entire league. He's a great lob passer. I mean, that ability to create for teammates really enhances his offensive impact.
And he makes the first.
And Blake Griffin's drastically cutting down his mid-range jumpers. I mean, think about this. Instead of just mid-range, he's stepping out beyond the three-point range. But I guess the percentages stack up in his favor.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And Blake Griffin said he isn't going to fall in love with a three-point shot, but Chris, he wants to shoot it with confidence when he's left open.
I mean, think about power forwards in today's game. I mean, they're almost expected to have three-point range. He's still a threat in the paint, though. I don't ever think he'll be a spread forward, but certainly a welcome addition to his game.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
One shot, gentlemen.
And so it's Detroit with the ball, trailing by 5. Smith finds Johnson. Now here's Bullock. He's guarded by Johnson. And here's Bullock. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Just 4 to shoot. And the basket by Johnson.
Even when the D is roughing Johnson up just a little bit, he still finishes the job in style. I love seeing him muscle through these challenges.
Now here is Hill. An 11-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn. And Nance kicks to Hill. No good on the 3. Pistons trailed by 3. The drive by Smith. That's in there. Johnson with the assist.
The cleverness of Smith showing itself once again. Terrific at getting into the heart of the D and then cashing in.
On the wing, Nance. It's back to Hill. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And Fry kicks to Johnson. Unloads from 13. Detroit with the rebound. Johnson right side. Pass to Smith. Griffin with it. He dishes it to Bullock. Poked away. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. Pass to Hill. Now here's Fry. Defended by Griffin. Here's Clarkson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Throughout his career, Jordan Clarkson has always been able to score.
You're right, Kevin. And throughout his career, he's always been a guy that can hurt you from outside, mid-range, and in the paint as well. He's a natural scorer when he has the ball in his hands. I mean, he's very adept at navigating traffic and can twist and turn his body to protect the ball. And he gets a shot up inside anytime he wants.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. You know, see, we've spoken before about the skills that were hardest for you to develop. What parts of your game were the easiest to strengthen and fine-tune?
Wow, that's a great question, Kevin. I have to think about that. The easiest. Well, I would say for me it was whatever I was doing well in college. And so that was on the post, on the right block, stealing James Worthy's spin move. And it was easier to get a little bit quicker in that because now I got to see him use it and do it to me. It was easier to have my jump shot start to get in the place that I wanted it to as a rookie. But why? Because I had one of the greatest shooters of all time, Chris Mullin, there to sit and practice with. And so when you have a great shooter and a mentor like him, it's easier because they explain it to you. And then not only do they explain how to do it, they show you through their work ethic. And so for me, it was pretty easy in those areas because I had a great mentor in Chris Mullin.
I love that story. No good on the 3. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Pistons. They trail by 1. Bullock kicks to Griffin. And Lure wide open. He shoots it. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Here's Johnson. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Inside. And the jam by Larry Nance.
And that was the correct play to make. George Hill, a very discerning playmaker.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Now here's Lure. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Back to Smith and taken away by Johnson. And the basket by Hill. And it's a 5-point Cleveland lead.
And Hill, very comfortable in the open floor. He can go.
Smith against Hill. Smith kicks to Lewis. Back to Smith. Shot, high post. The rebound by Johnson.
The movement and the shot selection are good there, but you can't hit them all.
To the middle. Clarkson passes to Hill. Over Johnson. The offensive rebound. To the paint. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
Cheap turnover. You got to make sure your target's ready for the pass before you let it go.
6 seconds left in the first. Outside Griffin. And he hits the buzzer beater.
Great awareness of the clock to end the quarter.
I like that. Even though he's in a hurry, he still remains under control.
We'll return shortly. A top performer in clutch situations, Joe Johnson discusses his mindset when the game is on the line.
For me, not wanting to let my teammates down. I've always been kind of thrust in that position. For the most part, man, I just try and take my time. Nobody's really helping on the last second shot. Nobody wants their man to score, so it's just a mano a mano, and luckily I've made a few.
I'd say more than a few at this point. Joe Johnson has shown, Greg, that he's capable in the clutch.
And size and shooting touch, two things that age well in our league. He can still get it done.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Yeah, aggressive on D, efficient on offense. They've balled out to an early lead.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Hill is out there with Clarkson. Then there's Larry Nance. Then there's Channing Frye. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. Now here's Griffin. 20 points for him last game against Philadelphia.
I mean, and you look at his free throw numbers. I mean, this shows you how much pressure he put on the defense.
Just 3 to shoot, and Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Pachulia, he's checked in for Blake Griffin. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Hood's checked in for Joe Johnson. Smith outside. Fires from the wing. And that one hits back iron.
Defensively, they could have done better. That's an open look he'd like to have back.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
The Pistons went for it last season, bringing in Blake Griffin and trading away picks and players. Didn't work out the way they wanted, but they are determined to make a go of it. They're in a brand new building, and they hope that their moves in the future will draw fans back to the franchise. Kevin?
Good overview, David. Thank you. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Outside Hill. He kicks it to Frye. It's back to Hill. Pachulia with the steal. And here comes Smith all alone. And Smith with the stuff.
When the break is on, Smith fills the lane perfectly. And you know he loves getting it out on the open floor.
Pass to Clarkson. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. From the arc, Nance trying to break loose. Buries it from 3-point range. Clarkson's got 8.
Good lift on the jump start from Clarkson. He has some explosiveness off the floor.
Smith dishes to Lure. The Cavaliers pull it in. Hood deciding where to go with it. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Excellent D there from Pachulia. Pistons trail by 4. Down low. It's hauled in by Fry.
Wow, he just does everything right there except hit the layup.
Hill finds Hood. And there's the call on Pachulia. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, he's not happy to pick up a second foul. This early in the game, he's got to be careful now.
So for the Pistons, Glenn Robinson III comes in for Stanley Johnson. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Reggie Bullock. Then for the Cavaliers, Thompson, he's checked in for Fry. Love comes in for Larry Nance. And it's Sexton in for George Hill. And that one's good. Love.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the three at almost 60% for the game.
Baseline J on the way. Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Galloway. Now, here's Clarkson. He's tightly guarded. Hood for 3. The shot missing. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Galloway taking his time here. Over in the corner. Lure. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist.
You want more of this from Galloway? I mean, we know he can score, but it's crucial he improves his passing.
And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. 3-point lead. Hood against Robinson. Hood kicks to Thompson. Over Pachulia. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside Robinson. Right through the D for the layup. Now just a 1-point Cavalier lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now Clarkson, a 14-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn. From the arc, after 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
The Pistons have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Smith kicks to Robinson. The dish to Lure. Smith for 3. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Greg, what are some of the positives that Tristan Thompson's play brings to the team?
Still a very efficient scorer on the shots that he does take. And he lives mostly inside the paint. And still a strong offensive rebounder. But his days of being a threat on the offensive end as the game has evolved seems to have kind of gone away.
Here's Smith following the basket by Colin Sexton. Outside Robinson. Kicks it to Lure. Lets it go from 14. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You got to put a body on Pachulia. He's skilled at trying to use his size to track down a couple of offensive rebounds.
To the middle. Here's Love. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Robinson against Hood. Outside Robinson, and there's the pass to Lure. Smith on the wing. 10 points for him. Outside for Robinson. Over Hood. And there's the call on Pachulia. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the Pistons making a change here. Jackson's checked in. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Sexton the pass to Thompson. Here's Hood. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Hood's got 8 points.
So that lead's only going to keep growing if he keeps shooting it like he has so far.
Here's Galloway. He's covered by Clarkson. Pachulia trying to break loose. Clarkson taking his time here. And Sexton has it in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Over Jackson. The shot by Sexton, no good. Pistons trail by 6. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Robinson down low. Covered by Hood. 2 points. That one goes. And it's 6 points for Robinson. Cleveland's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Clarkson kicks to Love. Back to Clarkson. And Sexton has it in the corner. Over Jackson. The shot by Sexton, no good.
As off the mark as he has been, they're a little lucky to be in front.
The tray. Detroit with a fresh 24. Left side Jackson. Over Sexton. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Jackson.
And you can see that Jackson has put a lot of work in on his mid-range J. Definitely a legitimate threat from there.
And out of bounds, the Pistons will take it.
And now look at Jordan Clarkson, some numbers on him. Last season's performance for him. Last season, put up about 14 points a game, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
He hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
Robinson for 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. Thompson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Inside. Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 8. Here's Love. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Detroit's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Hood against Robinson. In the corner, it's Galloway. That misses, had a chance to tie it there.
He keeps battling, but so far this quarter, he hasn't been able to get it going.
Clarkson kicks to Sexton. Lays it up off the glass. Sexton's got 7 now in this quarter.
Just a creative ball handler. Sexton does a really good job with his change of speeds and direction, keeping the defender off balance.
And Lure gets it to go. Sexton with it. He has 7. Pass to Thompson. Dishes it to Clarkson. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
One of the things Clarkson does best is converting off the dribble drive.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit.
You know, and Reggie Jackson, a really solid first season and a half in Detroit, but the last 2 seasons, injuries have really held him back.
A different look here for Detroit. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Lure. Johnson comes in for Glenn Robinson III. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Langston Galloway. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Rodney Hood. And it's Hill in for Jordan Clarkson. And Reggie Jackson in 2016-17, battling knee tendonitis. Last season, Greg, a severe right ankle sprain.
I mean, he's so important in terms of his impact for the Pistons. An athletic, physical player. When he's right, he can be a difference maker on both ends.
The Cavaliers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Nance. Both free throws good from Nance. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Detroit. 6-point game. Outside Griffin. Over Nance. Griffin finds Jackson. Shot clock at 6. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Even with the miss, that's a jumper he'll keep taking as long as they keep leaving him open.
Johnson outside. He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
Terrific form at the line throughout last season. 89% on the year.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And the versatility Johnson offers, it can't be forgotten. I mean, this is a guy that can play 3 to 4 positions, a lights-out shooter who also has that clutch gene.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Pachulia the pass to Jackson. Griffin against Nance. Griffin kicks to Bullock. Just 5 on the clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Cleveland leading by 8. Pass to Hill. Passes it to Fry. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Pachulia. From down in the low post, it goes. Pachulia's got 4 this quarter.
And the big boy muscle of Pachulia, great at taking the hit and powering through.
Sexton kicks to Johnson. Gets it off. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, and looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Cleveland ahead. They're up by 8. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Teron Lou. Coach, what is the focus going to be in the second half?
Just play the right way. Move the ball, share the ball, get stops, and get out and run in transition.
Always leads to good results. Thanks, Teron. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA halftime show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. A stellar first half for Joe Johnson. He ended up with 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. What'd you think, Shaq, about Cleveland?
Well, the perimeter shooting is the reason they're ahead. I think we'll probably see more of that in the second half, especially if they can stay hot. Man, that's so hot, I got to take my suit off.
Over to Kenny. What'd you think about Detroit?
They're not getting to the line or putting enough pressure on the defense. They have to be much more aggressive pushing the basketball, going hard to the rack. Because if you want the ref to make a call, put them in a position to make a judgment call. If you're not creating opportunities for contact, you have no chance of picking up points at the line.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And welcome back to the Motor City with a look at the Renaissance Center, which dominates the skyline in downtown Detroit. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. What can you say? Joe Johnson, an impressive effort here today.
And through the first two periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, when you're trying to check a guy like that, you have to move your feet laterally, defensively. That didn't happen.
Pistons trail by 8. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Pistons, Robinson is out there with Griffin. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Pachulia. And it's Galloway in at the 2.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And here's Sexton. Love kicks to Johnson. Here's Jackson. A 3-ball. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Detroit.
And when you look at that chart, concentrate for a second on what they're not doing. They're not getting a lot of threes from the corners. That's something that has to change. Makes it much easier to defend the team when you know they can't score from the corner.
Now Sexton, and a wide open look for Hood. The three-pointer no good. Here's Jackson. And the shot is long.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
Johnson inside. Robinson on him. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Oh, nice drive there to get to the bucket using some of that terrific agility that he possesses.
Hood against Jackson. Looking to end his cold spell. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, Reggie Jackson, drafted by the Thunder with the 24th pick in 2011. Now, despite playing big minutes, he wasn't happy backing up Westbrook. He wanted the chance to start.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. And Jackson burned some bridges on his way out of Oklahoma City. Some felt he put himself before the team.
Well, it worked out financially. I mean, a 5-year, $80 million contract. I mean, it's doubtful the Thunder could have afforded it, but from that standpoint, hard to knock him.
So he can't get either to fall.
Not what you expect out of him. He was due to cool off a little, I guess.
And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for Detroit, trailing here by 8. Jackson looking it over. Pachulia finds Jackson. Basket counts. Jackson's got 10 points in the game.
Oh, man, you just have to love how Jackson maintains concentration all the way through. Even with intense defense all over him, he buries these interior shots.
The pass to Johnson. Takes a shot at the elbow. Rebound, Detroit.
They haven't gotten their legs back. Just 1 for 4 to start the second half.
Here's Griffin. Here's Galloway. Great D that time from Hood. Cleveland leading by 6. Johnson outside. Trying to get open is Thompson. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Saturday, they'll head back home to host the Indiana Pacers. And then on Tuesday, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks coming into town.
And for that game against the Nuggets, That's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Here's Jackson, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Jackson's got 6 here in this quarter.
Oh, you just can't talk enough about the playmaking ability of Jackson. He's just phenomenal in the screen and roll sets.
Here's Johnson. Robinson with the block. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul. Here's Griffin, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
He's a minute close to the rim. When Griffin gets the ball and in the position he wants, you got to whack him.
The Pistons shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
I love watching Griffin play the game. I mean, he has a lot of confidence in his abilities. He's terrific at staying aggressive.
Both good from the line that time. For Cleveland, they've gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Sexton kicks to Love. Stolen by Robinson. Griffin against Love. For the tie. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Jackson, how he performed last season. Put up about 14 points per, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Yeah, no doubt. He knows how to run this offense. He's a tremendous asset to this team coming off the bench.
The free throw drops for Griffin. Ish Smith, he's checked in for Detroit. That one drops. He ties it up.
What an advantage for a big man to have, that smooth stroke at the line.
Sexton the pass to Hood. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Sexton's shot is good.
Good to see Sexton knock it down from deep. A shot he needs to add to his arsenal.
Smith kicks to Pachulia. Outside Jackson, and the wide open shot from Griffin. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Now here's Sexton, guarded by Jackson. The shot by Sexton, no good. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
Well, a good attempt to try to finish that alley-oop. Still should have went for something better than that, though.
Now, here's Sexton. Following the miss by Griffin. The wide open look for Love. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Back to Robinson. Out to Smith. Back to Pachulia. 6 to shoot. And they take the lead. Pachulia's got 8 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Johnson. 19 points in the game, and the shot is good. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Here's Jackson. They trail by 1. That shot, no good. Good D by Thompson. And there's the call on Pachulia. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Dang, that's his 4th foul. Now he's going to have to be careful. Still a little ways to go and only 2 fouls to spare.
John Lure, he's checked in for Pachulia. Cleveland also making some changes. Nance, he's checked in for Johnson. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Hood, and George Hills subbed in for Sexton. Now, here's Clarkson. 10 points for him. Bangs home the trifecta. 13 points in the game.
You see the poise developing in Clarkson. He makes a nice choice in the pick and roll.
Clarkson against Jackson. From 10 feet out. Rebounded by Clarkson.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And the jam by Larry Nance.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc.
Oh, wow. Capable of scoring in many different ways. As soon as Griffin catches fire, he's hard to put out.
Deep 2 from Hill. A putback, and Love with the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Stolen by Clarkson. Lets a floater go, and it's good on the way in. Clarkson's got the lead up to 8 now for Cleveland. The Pistons have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Smith dishes to Jackson. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, his stroke has not been what they needed it to be, but looks like they're going to keep going to him.
Here's Nance. And it's off the back rim. No good. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. To the inside, and stolen by Love. Jackson against Clarkson. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint. And Jordan Clarkson is a player who is looking for his shot whenever he gets the ball. Can distribute enough, but it isn't his top priority. Very dangerous when left alone outside.
Johnson, he's checked in for Detroit. Reggie Bullock comes in for Reggie Jackson. And with Clarkson as good as he is outside, Greg, he prefers to shoot off the dribble than on the catch.
Yeah, and it's why Clarkson gets labeled a high-volume, low-efficiency guy. Terrific on catch-and-shoot chances. I think if he played more towards his strengths, he could put together a career year.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Man, they straight up been getting smoked over this stretch. They really need to refocus here.
Looking to end the run. Unable to get that one. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top three-point shooters. Well, you look at Bullock, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
Free throw good. Clarkson C-Webb, when you look at how basketball is taught at early levels for these kids, middle school and then high school, anything there that you would change?
Yes, I would change to developing all players and taking away positions.
Interesting.
When you are young and you're in, let's say, third grade and you're the tallest player on the team and I make you a center and I pull you to one end and I only show you how to make layups. I don't show you how to shoot threes or to dribble. I'm assuming that your body is always going to stay the same. And I believe that coaches should teach great skill set, shooting, passing, dribbling. And when you do that, a player can then become the full player they're intended to be instead of teaching incrementally where a player may get stuck and identified as this type of player his whole time. I think that really what you need to do is teach full skill sets and allow players to develop. Just think if someone would have said, Kevin Durant, you can only shoot layups. We wouldn't be able to see the true unicorn that he is.
Wonderful thought.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Johnson. Stanley Johnson, the 8th overall pick back in 2015. High hopes, but he's scuffled a bit thus far in his career.
A quality defender thanks to his strength and quickness. He's got to progress offensively to become a real difference maker.
Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Kevin Love. And both free throws good for Johnson.
And Johnson, the former Arizona Wildcat, certainly has a bright future in this league. The combination of shooting, speed, and length he possesses is just exciting.
Now, here's Clarkson. 20 points for him, and John Lure gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Pistons foul call. Stanley Johnson. That's his 3rd personal foul. 5th team foul. At the line for the Cavaliers, Joe Johnson. At the line for 2.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
That's good from Johnson.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
That one misses. Pistons trail by 12. Smith scanning the floor. He kicks to Griffin. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
Johnson against Johnson. Pass to Hill. Clock at 6. And that one, good. And the Cavaliers lead by 12.
You love the determination of Hill. Took it right to the teeth of the D and then got it done.
Smith kicks to Griffin. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. And Detroit has possession. A 12-point game.
You see right there the potential Clarkson has on the defensive end?
That's tipped. They recover it. Johnson kicks to Clarkson. Johnson against Johnson. Over Johnson. Rebounded by the Pistons. Griffin's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the middle. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And what an athlete this guy is. Griffin making dunking look so easy.
Fry at the elbow. He dishes it to Clarkson. Clock at 6. Deep 2 from Hill. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Hill's got 6. Pistons trail by 12. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Now, you look at George Hill's game, and he doesn't wow you in any way, but he's a complete basketball player. Strong outside shooter, but might be most valuable defensively. Often regarded as one of the best defensive guards in the league.
Langston Galloway's checked in for Smith. Griffin kicks to Galloway. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Johnson. Down low, here's Clarkson. Good, the assist goes to Hill. Hill's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And with Hill and his defense, perhaps what is best about it is that he can guard both guard positions, and that makes him valuable.
Yeah, and that flexibility gives a coach and his lineup so much leeway. Hill has a great wingspan, about 6'9", and can be very disruptive defensively. Very good at fighting through screens to stick with his assignments as well.
Another 3 for Cleveland.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
Now here's Johnson. Back to Galloway. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. Here's Griffin. It's deflected, but he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Cavaliers leading by 17. Now, here's Sexton. 10 points for him. On the wing, Johnson. Count it. Johnson's got 7 points for the quarter.
You know, and he's not a pass-first point guard, but Sexton's putting the work in, trying to raise the bar as a distributor.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's take a listen now to Coach Tyronn Lue.
Keep attacking, all right? Nah, come on, be aggressive, all right? Let's move the ball, let's swing the ball, move body, drive and kick, all right?
Well, staying focused on the task at hand. You heard it in Coach Lue's voice, urging his guys on.
All about focus and how you execute at this point. Tough to beat.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for Cleveland, we've got Johnson. Channing Frye out there with Nance. And there's Hill. And it's Sexton in at the 1 spot. Now Johnson. After Colin Sexton's three-pointer that didn't go. Out to the right wing. Bullock with it. He's against Hill. Johnson, wide open. He fires. Drills it from outside. Johnson's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Detroit. Sexton the pass to Johnson. Kicks it to Sexton. Johnson against Johnson. Over Johnson. Johnson can't hit. Pistons trail by 16. Here's Griffin. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Nance.
I mean, you better give Griffin credit. He's outstanding at forcing the issue. Getting the defense to whack him.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Good checked in for Hill. Blake Griffin hits them both.
Yeah, love the attitude he's playing with here in the second half, going strong to the hoop and getting to the free throw line.
Sexton kicks to Fry. Outside Hood. And there's the call on Pachulia. That will be foul number 5 on him. On defense, Detroit. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. 5 on the clock. Here's Sexton, and it's blocked, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Pistons making a change here. Jackson's checked in. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. They trail by 14. It's Jackson with the drive, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And Jackson is very good at catching the D off guard, especially inside where he needs to be fast and getting that shot off.
Sexton dishes to Johnson. They double-team Johnson. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. He feeds it to Fry. Shot clock at 6. From deep. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for the Pistons. A switch here also for Cleveland. Thompson's checked in. Pistons trail by 12. Robinson finds Jackson. Up top, Pachulia. He's covered by Thompson. Nance against Griffin. Here's Callaway. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Here's Sexton. That one a little long.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know if he can just break through this cold streak, he can give you what you need.
Down low. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Here's Johnson. Ball's knocked loose. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Robinson. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
They almost left it until too late. But now it's anybody's game.
Now here's Johnson. Over Robinson. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Outside Griffin. Pass to Galloway. Robinson against Nance. Just 5 on the clock. Robinson misses. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Hood kicks to Sexton. Johnson outside. Trying to end the drought. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Detroit Pistons. They'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Boston Celtics. Then on Tuesday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Love check in for the Cavaliers. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Dwayne Casey just going over the game plan with his team down the stretch. He said, "Do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me." and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Thank you, David.
When Pachulia goes hard inside, I mean, he gets the defense to hit him. You want to see him trying to be aggressive.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Pachulia. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Sexton. High arcing shot, and the layup is good. And the Cavaliers lead by 10.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Pistons.
Robinson passes to Jackson. Thompson against Pachulia. Stolen by Thompson. Outside Hood. Passes to Sexton. Johnson dishes to Love. 5 to shoot. And Griffin sends it back.
Well, it's huge whenever Griffin comes up with blocks. I mean, you'd love to see him be more consistent in this area.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
Guys, those are the kind of hustle plays that keep a team in front. And the chemistry Griffin has with his teammates, he's so good at realizing when to jump for the alley-oop.
Joe Johnson on the wing, guarded by Robinson. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Sexton.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Off the inbound, no good. Robinson misses. And so Hood will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Here's Galloway, covered by Hood. From 10 feet out and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
A capable scorer. Galloway enjoys working in his mid-range game, I mean, from time to time.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Johnson. He makes the Johnny from the left block. Johnson's got 26.
Great work right there on the inbounds play, getting the bucket before the D has time to react.
Pistons trail by 12. The pass to Galloway. Robinson with it. He can't get that one. Good D by Thompson. To the inside. And the shot is good from Johnson. Johnson's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Oh, terrific pass work. That shot's a lot easier after an assist like that.
Galloway kicks to Griffin. Back to Galloway. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And what I like about Galloway is that he knows his role. He doesn't play outside of himself. He's a dependable player.
Shooting free throws.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. The Cavaliers leading by 13 to the inside. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
And there's the patience you want to see from Sexton. Eyes up and finds the open man.
Galloway finds Robinson. Now Jackson. And stolen by Sexton. Here's the break. Joe Johnston on the wing. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Detroit's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Pass to Griffin, back to Galloway. Outside for Griffin, and Detroit with another turnover here.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run here. Sexton with it. Jackson on him. Stolen by Robinson. Jackson with it. He gets that one. Jackson's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, and really, Jackson excels when the defense gets physical with him. He's more than up for any challenge.
And here's Sexton. He kicks to Love. 6 on the shot clock. 3-pointer. They get it back. Pass to Hood. From deep. Blake Griffin pulls it in. Griffin's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Over Love. Rebounded by Hood.
Now, I think he lets the D get to him there, and he rushes it. I mean, he has plenty of space there if he just takes his time.
And it's Love missing.
Too tentative on the finish. Forget about the D. Take it up strong.
Galloway with the bucket.
Well, it's great to see Galloway being aggressive, Kevin. I mean, when he's driving like this, it's a huge bonus.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Love. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far. And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. 15-point game. Kicks it to Jackson. With some arc, and he sinks the layup.
Oh, what a touch from Jackson on that floater, just gently guiding it home.
The Cavaliers leading by 13. 1:22 left in the 4th quarter. Pass to Love. Here's Johnson, 11 feet out, and he hits it. Johnson's got 8 here in the quarter.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Cavaliers.
The sheer volume of 3-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seems.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And one of the more valuable highlights of the game was the great night it turned out to be for Joe Johnson.
Just the scoring alone. I mean, it's a fantastic game for him. He was just going over, around, through the defense, all day long.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. John Lure, he's checked in for Griffin. Johnson comes in for Robinson. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Langston Galloway. And it's Ish Smith in for Reggie Jackson. And that one falls for Love.
You know, watching Kevin Love, he's really got a ton of tools at his disposal offensively. We know he can shoot it. We know he can post it, but his off-ball movement has also improved. Love has molded himself into a dynamic scorer.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Joe Johnson.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Lure the pass to Johnson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Oh, that's just a solid play by Johnson, sensing the physical defense and going right up into him with the shot.
Shooting 2.
Two shots.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good.
They're looking to get the most out of every possession. Frustrated to miss even one free throw right now.
The pass to Clarkson. Smith with it. Outside Hill. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Unafraid to mix it up inside. Hill with the strong move draws the foul.
Georgia, 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
First one falls for him.
And guys, I love George Hill's game. He's a smart defender who can score the ball, pass. He's a winner.
Both free throws good from Hill. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth. Smith against Hill. Bounce pass, Smith. Here's Lure. Pass to Bullock. Shot clock at 5. Good as the jump shot falls. And so here's Cleveland. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Now Clarkson. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. Joe, congrats on the win. A lot of back and forth tonight, some good runs on both sides. How did you guys finally take control?
We just picked up our energy and effort. We was able to get some stops, got out in transition, started making a few shots, and it just kind of got contagious.
Great job, Joe. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.